big breaking news now coming in. The US-China trade war has now escalated. China has retaliated to US tariffs being imposed on the country. China now has halted the Boeing jet deliveries to US. Trump had slapped 145% tariffs on China, and this is a tit-for-tat move from China at this point in time. Big development now coming in. My colleague Arjun is also now joining us on the broadcast, getting us more on that. Arjun, take us through the details here.
Well, that's exactly right, Kriti. There's been yet another escalation in the 145 Trump tariff versus 125% China tariff war. And the latest casualty, you can say, are Chinese airliners and America's aircraft manufacturer giant Boeing. Now, in the latest step taken by Beijing, it has instructed, in fact, all Chinese carriers to stop taking deliveries, Boeing deliveries to be precise, from America. Not only this, it's also instructed all its carriers to stop taking deliveries of spare parts as well. Meanwhile, for Chinese carriers who are, who've leased Boeing aircraft on, who have taken aircrafts on lease, ways are also being figured out to kind of get them out of that bind. For our viewers who are just joining it, China has in fact asked all its Air Force aircraft manufacturers, in fact, to stop taking Boeing deliveries, US-made Boeing jet deliveries across the board. Back to you.
Okay, so is the Chinese government then going to provide any sort of assistance to those airlines that have been leasing Boeing jets and would be facing higher costs then?
We can see, not as of now, the fine print has not been made public, but yes, the statement does mention that Beijing is figuring out alternative ways to, help Chinese airliners who already have Boeing airplanes on lease, as well as, have placed orders. More importantly here, this is a very important development by China, because as per international estimates, China is poised to purchase around 20% of all global aeroplanes that are in fact sold during the next 20 years. And China has also been historically one of the biggest customers of Boeing. In fact, in 2018, as per the last estimates that we have available publicly, China purchased 25% of Boeing's total aircrafts that were sold in the year.
All right. Thank you so much, Arjun, for getting us all those details there. So big developments now coming in. We're learning Beijing has asked that Chinese carriers halt any purchase of aircraft-related equipment and parts from the U.S. companies. And this comes as a retaliation to the tariffs now that have been imposed by the U.S. on China. That's 145% tariffs that have been imposed. Well, all right. This is the latest that's coming in. We are shifting our focus to some more news that we're tracking here.